Attention business owners, are you ready to turn your purpose into powerful publicity? Tune into the Business Block, Purpose to Business with Stacey Thomas every Monday at 6:30 a.m. on Cool 101.2 Pop. We spotlight entrepreneurs, change makers, and passionate business owners just like you. When you advertise, you're not just on the radio. You're featured across social media too, amplifying your brand far beyond the airwaves. Call 804-214-6241 or visit IamStaceyThomas.com to book your spot. Cool 101.2, where your passion becomes your platform.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for all of those who are tuning in. We're on Instagram and Facebook today. We will be on, we will be on YouTube. I'm not sure I did that today. And we will be, if you missed this interview on your way to work on Monday morning at 6:30, you can check out the shows that are uploaded. Today, I have with me Gina.
Hello.
Gina, Saints and Sinners, bulky built, Gina?
So, hi, I'm a dog breeder, and my kennel name was Saints and Sinners Bulldogs, but I married my husband, and he's bulky built. So
you joined
we're
it together.
Two kennels merged, yeah.
You and these titles, Gina. I'm looking at the titles on the flyer. I look at the titles on your Facebook. I see she's very creative, huh?
Thank you.
So, Gina, you are a breeder, correct?
Yes, Stacey, thank you for having me. I'm a breeder. I breed, I show, and I judge bully breeds.
Bully breeds. Well, thank you for coming on the show, because the lady that told me about you when she said a dog show, I said, I've never been to a dog show. I love dogs. We watch them on television, but to actually be able to come out to see a dog show is going to be exciting. I have to ask you, what inspired you as a breeder to take it from your backyard and create an actual dog show?
So we're talking about the Beast, right? So the Beast it's a recreation or a homage to an American Bulldog show of like 20 something years past. So They used to have these shows every year on the East, and they would call it the Beast of the East. And it was basically everybody bring your dogs out to show off, but not really like the dog shows that you see on TV, right?
Right.
So it's not like the real fancy hoity-toity kind of thing. It's like, let's just get out and have fun. Our dogs are on a chain, pulling us down the ring or whatever. So they're not really trained and acclimated to the scene, but we still want to get out there and have fun as a community. Okay. So that was kind of mostly an American Bulldog thing, and that had kind of died down a lot. So I think that in the forefront of bully breeds, it has been more of the American Bully or the exotic bully that kind of gets all the attention, or like the Mastiff breeds, the really, really large dogs. But the American Bulldog and my breed, the Old English Bulldog, kind of sat in the back, because there was nobody in the breed that was really maybe young and hip to social media. Okay. So, and the American Bulldog guys, they're all old. They don't know how to use the internet. So, so we're trying to build them back up because they're still excited. They still want to come out, and we have American Bulldog breeders driving from California to come to this show.
Really? And it's going to be where again?
It's going to be at Dory Park in Henrico, Virginia on November 1st.
Okay. So when people say Bulldogs, all I remember is at some of the family reunions, my cousin would come up and there would be this short, fat dog. She would bring her up, and all she did was lay there and watch everybody. So I assumed, me being ignorant, not researching, that was the only Bulldog around. But you mentioned some Bulldogs are taller.
Yeah, so I think at this moment, the French Bulldog is the most popular, right? And that's like the little cute one with the ears that stand up. And the English Bulldog is the one that you're talking about that everybody knows. And it's almost like they were in all the cartoons, like Looney Tunes or Sylvester the cat and Brutus the Bulldog, on a chain. Those are English Bulldogs. Okay. And then there's an American Bulldog, which is like the very tall, more athletic looking, over 100-pound dogs. And there's an Old English Bulldog, which is what I breed. And they're in between the English and the American. So they're They're big dogs, but they're not as big as Americans.
Gina, why bulldogs? What made you choose bulldogs?
So I'm from Texas, and growing up, my mom always got us golden retrievers. Super smart dogs, but not cool. Right. And I remember being a little girl, and I'm like, come on, honey, get big. I want her to be big and bully and bully. And she was a runt too. And I'm like, come on, honey. Like, I can't wait for her to be big. And she never got big. But I just always liked tough dogs. And my mom would never buy me anything like that. So as I got older, I would start adopting dogs. So I drive by and see something that looked like a shelter. I pull up, rescue it. Like, especially if it was Euthanasia Day, you know, they would be me a dog. I would just grab a dog, bring it home, and be like, Grandma, can you put this dog at your house? Or, you know, asking my aunts or my cousins or my friends to just take dogs, you know. So I was rescuing dogs, but the rescue groups didn't like me because I was young. I didn't have my own house, you know, all the things. I understand, but I took it personally because I'm like, you'd rather put this dog down than give me the dog. So once I found a dog named Samantha, she was a Rottweiler, and I was so excited. And I knew I had to come home and ask my ex before I brought in a Rottweiler. He was kind of scared, he's scared of dogs, right? So I got back to get her, and they hid her from me. Yeah, they're like, oh, she's not here. She's not here. Just same kind of energy that they always gave, but whatever. So that kind of broke my heart. And after that, I'm like, I'm going to just do something on my own. I'm not going to be at the mercy of an adoption person, you know, a rescue group.
Right. That's something that you said something about Texas. Lover is from Texas. That's what I call my man, Gina.
Oh, yeah.
Lover's from Houston. And when you said something about the big dogs, that's how I know about the Presa Canarios. He was in a mixed community, and he said he learned about it, I guess, from his Spanish friends.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now, and you know, we have the South African Burble, and I don't know, Gina, I like big dogs too.
I love them. I love having just like a scary presence near me and knowing that they're not going to do nothing to me.
Right.
You know, and just it's a powerful feeling, you know, to have an animal like that. So
yes, for me, I tell people, listen, you come up on this property. If you ain't listening to God telling you don't come on the property, that means God wants you to learn a lesson.
Yeah, it's crazy,
right? Come on down the driveway.
You know, I used to work in like the medical field, and I used to work in Dallas for house call doctors. But I would ride around by myself sometimes, and I actually used to be an echocardiographer, so I would do ultrasounds on people's hearts, right?
Right.
But that was kind of too professional for me. I just wanted to have fun. So I got a job doing mobile EKGs. So I was going to do EKGs on different patients, and I'd be like at the hood in Dallas, or I'd be the next place would be a super rich place. Like, you know, I just loved it. Just being in the car with my music, and I had dogs at home. I had a lot of dogs, so I could get out early. Anyway, I went to this house one day. I'm knocking on the door to do the EKG. I went to the wrong house. I didn't know it because you couldn't see in Dallas. You can't see the numbers. They had like chain link fence around the front, whatever. So I went all the way up. I'm at the door. I look like this. There's a giant pit bull right next to me.
Oh, wow.
Now, I've been around a lot of dogs all my life, but I'm like, you done messed up, girl, you know? So I was just like, all right, turn around and just leave. And it was my fault because I walked up in the wrong house, you know?
Oh, my
But the dog didn't care about me, so thank God.
Wow. Well, look, I'm glad you're okay, because I don't know if I walked up on a pit bull. If I walk up on any dog, you know, I'm just like, well, right now, I don't know no matter how old you are, you can run. You can run. You're going to run fast.
Girl, you cannot run from that thing. But I think like with the energy, I was just like, I can't do anything. This is, all right, let me just pretend like I don't care. So that, you know, if I would have ran, screamed or whatever, that would have heightened the dog's energy. So I just pretend like, oh, all right, let me get out of here.
And before I ask you about this event, right? You're interesting. Oh. So you said you are a breeder, but then you said something to me about being a picker. Am I using the wrong word?
Yeah, no. I call myself the ultimate puppy picker. So,
puppy picker, okay.
Puppy picker. So, you know, we've had a lot of litters, and even from a young age, I think I've always been obsessed with dogs. So I'd always be like, if I was in the car, and my ex would always, he was so jealous. He was the jealous type. And anytime I would cut my neck like this to watch, it was a dog.
It was a dog.
Guys, I was checking out dogs. I was looking at them, and I'm really interested in like mixed breeds because I want to be able to see that dog and know everything that's in that dog, what kind of ear set it has, how the feet look, the bone, you know. So I'm always looking at what they now call type, but I didn't know that then. I was just kind of obsessed with the way dogs look and breeds and stuff. So now coming into a breeder, and I was a baby breeder at one time. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what was right. I didn't know what was wrong, but I could know, I guess, type, what I was looking at. So they say like pit bull type, bulldog type. What does a dog look like despite what the paperwork says, you know? And so looking at these newborn puppies right away, I'm like, I'm keeping that dog. I like this dog. I'm going to watch this dog. I'm not going to show anybody this dog because I want to hide it just in case it's really nice. Wow. And I've just been able to maybe develop an eye to just look at somebody's litter or picture and say, oh, that's the dog. And they'd be like, why? I'm like, I don't know.
So someone that wants a dog, they want a bulldog, but they don't know how to pick the right bulldog, they can contact and hire you to assist them?
Yeah. So I provide service to other dog breeders, or mostly dog breeders. You know, if a customer comes to me as a puppy buyer, I'll tell them exactly what they want. I have them fill out a questionnaire, mostly on temperament, type, like energy level. Do you want a dog that's going to be a maniac, is what I call them. I can't stand a hyper dog. Do you want a hyper dog? Some people do. Do you want a couch potato? Do you want something in between? So that's always first for me, because if you can't stand your dog, it just makes the experience terrible for everybody, right? So first we go off of that. Then we go off of looks, because if you're coming to a bulldog or a mastiff or whatever, you're here for the looks, you know, like something you're attracted to the way the dog looks. So I try to figure out, send me all the pictures of your favorite dogs, your favorite bulldogs, you know, because I breed the Old English bulldogs and their looks vary. They can be small English, they can be giant mastiff looking, you know, so send me the look you want. Let me know the energy level, and I'll find the right puppy for you.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about the beast.
Okay.
Let's show the flyer. Let me see, without me taking us off the screen. Let's see the beast show. Okay. Here we go.
You know what? I think I can stream this to my audience too. Should I add my Facebook in there?
You want it to go to your audience?
No, I think we could add more people, like maybe, because I think I've done these podcasts before using StreamYard, and I think I can add an audience. You want me to do that?
You can do that if you want to.
No, I don't want to. I'm scared I'll mess it up. But it just says right here, stream your audience.
Well, I can tag you, Gina. Let's see if I can tag you and you can share it. Okay, so I've just tagged you in it, and you can share it on your page.
Okay, let's see. Where did you tag me at?
On Facebook. It's on Instagram, but on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I think want to connect to a different profile. No, let's just see. Maybe that worked. Okay. Anyways. Okay.
So this flyer, okay? So when Megan, is it Megan, right?
Megan. Yeah, Megan.
Megan handed me the flyer. I'm like, oh, wow. Gina, tell us about the beast on November 1st that was coming up on November 1st.
Okay, so in 2023 actually was my husband and I's first attempt at hosting this show. Remember, I told you this show has been around for 20 something years and it just went away. So I know all the nostalgia around bulldogs, American bulldogs, and that culture just kind of took a back seat to all the young guys that like bully breed, or, you know, American bullies. Right. So anyways, I'm bringing it back for the bulldogs, and we did it in 2023. And I think it was amazing. It was great. We did it in Chesterfield County Fairgrounds in 2023, and it was great.
And these right here, because I see, is that a burble on there? Are you going to have different dogs?
So yeah, so the beast, okay. So there's a registry like the American Kennel Club, the AKC. There's one for bully breeds, and that's the ABKC. Right. So we're having 4 shows or, 4 shows at that show that are ABKC, which is the conformation shows, which they kind of run around the ring like you see on TV. And they stand still, they look pretty, right? So that's a competition on looks. And then we're also having working events where professional trainers come out with people who have trained their dogs to, I don't know if you've seen anything like this, but bite a sleeve. Have you seen dogs, stuff like that? So people are super passionate and into that, and they work with their dogs. They probably do more with their dogs than dog breeders and people that go to dog shows. So I wanted to kind of provide that platform for them too. And they do have their own events, but they're not really televised or that public. And that's the thing. That's my problem that I have with dog shows is it's not for everyone. It's not public. If it's almost by invitation only, and I can't stand that. Like I want everybody to see, because once I started seeing dogs is when you kind of fall in love with it. So we're having the confirmation shows, we're having the working events, but the main event is the beast is a fun show. And that's just when you come to show off your junkyard dogs, basically, the dogs that are slobbery, that never get out, and you just want everybody to see what you love, and there's a lot of dogs like that out there that exist. And it can be a Borble won in 2023.
Right.
I wasn't making a biannual event. That's why it was in 2023, but we might do it annually.
I'm loving my Burble. So I hope one day I can, I don't know, that we can bring her up and be a part of the event. She's about to turn 12 weeks, but she's showing some good signs, Gina.
Yeah, you should bring her. You should bring her, but bring a crate, somewhere where she can rest, where you're not carrying her the whole time or dragging her, Right. But yeah, there's going to be Borbles. Presa Canarios came last time and did the working events. Anatolian Shepherds, all kinds of dogs. Of course, bully breeds, Frenchies, Bull Mastiffs came. Yeah, it was. And you know what's crazy? A lot of the dogs were off leash. So I think the general public would assume that these dogs are so aggressive, right?
Right.
But the thing about our bully shows is there's just kids walking around everywhere, and there's dogs right next to dogs, walking right by dogs. Nobody's aggressive, So a lot of these breeds are not bred for aggression. Now, the working dogs that are trained to, protect or whatever, they'll be off on their own little side, and obviously they're not going to be loose. But like in the regular fun show stuff, everybody's sweet, and there's no aggressive dogs allowed. So it's like, we're not going to tolerate anything like that.
So I was going to ask you how is yours different, but you've told us how yours is different. Gina, King of King, Freak on a Leash. I got to ask you, what are those categories?
So the Freak on the Leash is what we're calling the working events. And, it's just a crazy looking, ripped up, shredded dog that's basically attacking something. I don't know. I should be saying those words, but you're training it to bite the bad guy, right? You're training it to jump into the car. Last time my husband has like this old Ranger pickup, and we just basically let the dogs use it as like in a car scenario, carjacking scenario is what they call it. So and the owner has the dog on a leash half the time. So that's why we called that Freak on a Leash. And the king of the ring is whoever wins all 4 confirmation shows, those ABKC shows. So at the very end, the winner, the best in show for each show kind of goes against each other. And that dog is the king of the ring for that day. So you win bragging rights. Okay. And then the beast is what we're calling like all the fun show events. And that's the main event, the fun show. Yeah.
I can't wait to come.
And anybody can just show up and enter. You don't need paperwork to do the working events or the beast. Now, to do the confirmation shows, we'll have, if anyone wants to show, they have to really quickly get with me, and we can try to get paperwork done in time.
Okay. Now, for someone that has never attended a show, right? But they love dogs, what advice would you give them? Like, your place, it sounds like your event is going to be pretty safe. What do you want to say to the dog lovers that are saying, might be too many dogs, or they may say, a bulldog? What do you say to them?
So if you come and you're scared of dogs, I would say to anybody that's coming to a dog event, just when you come in, don't crouch down to a dog and talk to it in baby talk. I think a lot of times that's kind of like what pet owners do. But as a dog people, we just kind of almost pretend like the dogs don't exist. You wait for the dog to come to you, and then you can address the dog. But I think not crowding a dog or pinning a dog into an area. I know I went to, in Texas, there used to be water parks. And on the very last day, they would let you bring your dogs. And so it would be like this crazy wild party where there's a bunch of just loose dogs swimming around everywhere. And there was a little girl, I would say little, she was probably 19 or 20, and she had a wolf hybrid, which is half wolf. I know that a mile away because I know dogs. And she had all these people crowding this dog, you know, and the dog is just wide-eyed, like about to lose it, you know. And that's what I mean. Like, because you like the dog and it's very exciting, don't approach the dog with that same energy because it makes the dog nervous. But if you just, you know, just act like the dog's just everyday dog or everyday people, whatever, you know, then they'll come to you and they'll feel more confident. So I think you have to approach a dog differently than you would a child, you know, because a child, that'd be the kind of energy you would bring. But with a dog, you have to just pretend like you see them every day.
Wow. Gina, this has been great. Tell us, when will the Beast be again? Where and how do we get tickets?
Okay, so we don't have pre-sale tickets this time. I did it last time, and I think Ticketmaster or whatever took all my money. So forget them. But when you come, it's $20 to get in, and it's at Dory Park, and it's at the horse rings. So I know when you drive in, you actually just drive all the way straight towards, there's a playground out there. So right before the playground are the horse rings, and we'll be out there and you'll see it. It's going to be a spectacle. There's going to be signs. There's going to be a lot of people out there. So we're going to have a mechanical bull. We're going to have a bounce house for the kids, a ton of vendors, food trucks. It's just going to be fun. You know, I mean, that's the kind of thing I like. I would love it if I had a dog with me or not. It might be funner to not even bring a dog so that you can actually walk around and enjoy.
Right. So it starts at 10 a.m.
So if I am just coming to watch, I'd probably get there like 11 or 12.
Okay.
And then just hang out. But if you're coming to exhibit or show, I'd probably be there closer to 8 o'clock in the morning to get all set up and get your dog settled in.
Okay. So Gina, how do they follow you?
Oh, geez. On TikTok and Instagram, I'm Empress Bulldogger.
Right. Okay.
On Facebook, I'm Gina Maza Moore. Okay. So I'll have to send you a link somewhere.
Well, you sent me that, so I'll have to post that. I'll have to post that. I had that, and then I saw Saints and Sinners. I said, Stacey, you don't put the wrong thing up there.
No.
Okay.
Because I was Saints and Sinners. It's crazy. So I was Saints and Sinners. My husband's bulky built. We got together, and he's like, we got to combine kennels, and we became something called iBulldogs. So for 10 years, we had all these puppies with the iBulldogs paperwork on it. I hate it. It has nothing to do with me. Has nothing to do with him. So we just dropped it like a year ago, and we're going back to our original kennel names.
Okay. Gina, it's been great. Can't wait to meet you in person. Thank you for coming on the show.
Come out with your cameras and your crew.
Listen, Gina, I'm coming out. I can't wait to see the dogs. Well, I want to meet you, but I can't wait to see the dogs. Last question, Gina. Where do you see this going? Because you told me that it's grown since the last time you did it. Where do you see yourself at in 5 years?
I don't know. I almost get like a little bit nervous to think that far ahead. You know, I don't know. I really think that there's a lot of companies that are interested. I have a whole living room full of products that people want the winners to receive or us to plug, I guess, you know, and it's very exciting and overwhelming. So I think it's just going to get bigger and better.
Just say it. You're going to be talked about. Your event's going to be talked about all over. People are going to start traveling.
It really, to be honest, it already is. Someone came from Trinidad last time. People came from Canada last time.
Really?
Everybody's coming from everywhere. Yeah. And because we're providing a lane or a platform for people who are not invited to a lot of places. For bulldog owners, you know, they're rough around the edges. You know, we're not welcome in a lot of places. So I'm trying to create a lane for my people.
That's right. I love it. Gina, thank you. And you have a
Thank you.
great day. And I'm looking
Awesome.
forward to attending your event. Okay,
Yay.
sweetheart?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
one.
you. Bye.
Hey, that was a great one, right? So, Henrico, Virginia, Dory Park. I'm going to put the flyer up on my page again. And you guys, remember, there's no tickets to buy online, but you can pay at, I believe, the gate. And you can follow her on Facebook. Until next time, thank you for watching The Business Block. Have a great one, everybody.